Greetings, I am Lies.
And I am Scandal.
And let's play a game together. Okay, I
Yay.
was just thinking again about the whole Liz and Sandal thing.
Uh-huh.
And I'm super entertained. Taylor just like, I keep smiling. I'm like, hee. So, I think I mentioned it in another episode, but a little while back, one of our followers, Palm, admitted that when they first heard our name, they thought it was Liz and Sandal, this woman just sort of talking to her shoe.
I make the best shoes. Thank you.
You are an amazing shoe.
I am gonna be the shoe that your mamacita throws.
Hang on. So are you saying? I know that's so good. This is my friend Sandal, and they are a power shoe.
Yes.
I will.
My gender is power shoe.
I was gonna say my gender is power shoe. I was gonna say, so your gender is shoe now? I love that.
Hey.
What is a pronoun for shoe? Oh,
heel.
Heel thong.
It's so bad.
All right, hi, well, welcome aboard. It's good to see y'all.
It is. It's really nice to be here again.
All right, so now we're gonna
pick something.
We're gonna wait for our reward because that's a lot. It's lives. It's always lives.
It's always lives.
All right, so actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna replace the pergola shader first. So if you're thinking about it this way again, if you don't want to have to clean your benches, any amount of work area is going to drop things below it.
Yep.
And so you could be losing nails, splinters, excess wood, trimmings, whatever it is. So if you're gonna be doing the pergola and you don't want to have to sweep and clean your benches afterwards, you do your benches afterwards and sleep that area all together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yep.
So here we go. We're going to do the pergola shader.
Yes.
Because all of y'all need an order of operations home tutorial, apparently, because this is my beef. This is the hill I will die on.
No, that's okay.
All right.
It's really important.
Now we just need the shady bit. And benches. Oh.
Just show me how you want it done.
Are we going to actually do woodwork now? Maybe they assumed we'd already done this part. No, because how would you would do the pergola before the pillars? Oh my god.
How would you do that?
Okay, guys, again, that's that whole order of operations.
I think it popped up later.
This is like a flowchart thing, okay? You can't say woodwork before you do woodwork, even unless you're going to limit the options someone can choose. They can't all path into the same answer.
No, they really can't.
They can't. So there we go.
We've had
How
problems
do we
with
want it
this
done?
game
Is there a
before.
metal option? Because he does metal work. A few hours later, we didn't get to choose.
We didn't get to choose.
What?
At all. Why not?
All done. I love it. It's both metal and wood, and both of us have shown our excellent woodworking skills that we may or may not have.
Hey, imagine coming here on a hot day, sitting around with a cold drink.
In really no shade, because you're supposed to grow like trellises over that.
He figured out the beer garden.
He did. And a cold drink. He is thinking beer garden. Yes, I am vindicated.
Yeah.
And she's like, hot drink, because it's tea. Unless it's iced tea, which I don't know if the British do. Oh, that was probably an anti-British joke. I apologize.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who else threw tea into the harbor? Anyway.
Like a mojito? It needs to be T-E-A. Mojito.
Motio?
Motio.
A motio.
Mohiti.
Honestly, like, there are some really good mixed drinks that are with tea. Now, I haven't had, like, a lot of them, but I've seen a few of them. They sound really, really good.
Okay, so my favorite mixed drink with tea is an Arnold Palmer, and that's just half lemonade, half tea, and I love it.
Yeah, and you can also stick booze in it.
Yeah, but I don't. I just like...
I know you don't, but it's also really good.
I love mixed drinks, people. Great, let me make you something with alcohol. B, I love virgin mixed drinks. They taste better to me.
Qualifier! Virgin tea, virgin mixed
They
drink.
just taste better to me. It's not like anything other than that. And again, like
you really just don't like alcohol.
It's just an alcohol flavor thing. Like there's no moral imperative or anything like that here. There is no judgment. It is in any way. I've had people be like, "Oh, I can't hang out with you because you have a belief against alcohol." I'm like, "Oh my god, I just don't like the way it tastes." Like in my mouth, which I have to experience with me, I don't like the way it tastes.
Which is totally fine, honestly.
I just get bothered when people basically assume that I'm going, oh, I don't want any alcohol. And what that means is long subtext of I am a girl trying to imply to you what I, actually believe is I don't like anyone drinking or having alcohol because that is my moral superiority. And I'm like, it bothers me that I've basically been ostracized from social groups because the subtext is assumed. But I'm literally just like, it's like me saying I don't like Brussels sprouts.
I just don't like
You
them.
don't assume there's a moral superiority about Brussels sprouts. You might assume you're superior for liking them. Just take it home,
I think
Lily.
the problem is that because particularly in the United States, there has been a lot of moral superiority
There's
tied
a
to drinks,
stigma.
particularly with Christians.
Mm.
There's a lot of people going, if you're a Christian, you don't drink.
Right.
Like, that is just the literal moral superiority of, I'm better than you, I don't drink. And there's been a lot of aggressiveness, and I think unfortunately in a lot of ways it's also contributed to a lot of people also really seriously hurting themselves once they turn 21.
It's
because
true.
they go, oh, I can now do the drink that is the bad thing, that is the naughty thing, that is the shameful thing.
Right.
Yeah, it's
I'm
a
allowed to do the thing that used to be bad, and now I can just have absolute freedom over it. Freedom!
freedom.
And I will try to exert my freedom aggressively, immediately, and now. Okay, and then so the mojito though just reminded me that a couple of my young relatives, some cousins and stuff, actually got a recipe for a virgin mojito.
Which was great.
And it
I
was
remember.
super good and cute. And my friend Gandel was there when they did it. It was awesome. Like it wasn't even occurred to me, but it was really cute when I was like, there are all these tiny young grade schoolers making and drinking mojitos. This is adorable because it's a virgin mojito. And one of the other people that I knew, she was just like, isn't this great? And I'm like, kind of cool because it empowers them to interact with the culture of drinks and drink mixing and to not have to have any of basically the challenges of involving alcohol versus age.
And also, again, the thing of going, this is kids interacting with their own experience. Done.
Which is super cool. Like a mojito?
Or a big ol' brewski. God, you would love Colorado, dude.
Beer garden is the place to be.
Yep.
Beer garden is the drink. You see, it's okay. Brewski? Yes. That is a beer term that's quite common, my dear.
It actually really is. What? You gonna make fun of me for saying brewski now?
I mean, I'll make fun of you for saying anything as far as I can tell. That's sort of how I'm written.
Ow.
I can't really say anything outside of that, can I?
Ah.
I mean, the thought had crossed my mind since
Why?
I really think about making fun of you for absolutely everything. Your choice of clothing and the way you keep your house,
Hygiene.
the way you parent, your hygiene, your self-care, your language, your intelligence.
Why the fuck I'm sorry. I don't like this. It's fine.
But I'm going to let you get off this time for good behavior. Okay, that one bothers me because I have never enjoyed a reward-punishment exchange in relationships at all. And this doesn't have to be that bigger implication, but this is that kind of like light abusive language that's been very normalized in culture that my friend often mentions in reference to basically people just jabbing at each other in a way that is thought of socially as affectionately but is aggressive. I say, and in this kind of thing of going, I'm going to let you off this time for good behavior, what that system is and what we learned about in psychology as well as just in my own observations and experience in my life is really that people are earning each other's affection, and it also means they get punished with affection removal or like
affection denial.
Affection denial or like love withdrawal.
Yes.
So one of the
it's the conditional love experience
kind of
basically.
thing, and it's going like some relationships are transactional. They really are. It's I do A and you do B, and it's a quid pro quo kind of thing. But for me, I don't like romantic relationships that way, and they've never worked well for me because unless the stakes are extremely like set out very clearly for everyone kind of thing, it can be very, very uncomfortable to try and earn the other person's affection. Unless there really is an A equals B. Like if I want the hugs and kisses and you to cuddle me in bed tonight, then I have to do these clear things like wash the dishes, vacuum the floor, and make dinner. And it's always that way. It's not conditional upon your mood and how you feel and whatever's going on. It's actually rules. Then okay, that is one thing. And you both can work with that because you have a system that's very equitable and sort of it just is very, very consistent, which is very good for people who want, affection and balance in their lives because then they know how to get it because the system's consistent.
Right.
But most of the times the systems for this are not consistent at all. And it's really an experience of, well, today I feel like giving you a good time and tomorrow I don't. Or going, well, this time you've earned the foot rub, but you know what? Next time you haven't. It's not a continual equal value exchange with predictable outcomes.
Yeah.
It's really, well, if I feel like I like you right now, I'll get you.
Isn't it a lot of like goalpost basically shifting as well too? Like where someone will go, before this thing would get you there, but because of this thing or that thing, I'm gonna change basically the goals.
The goal. And
Yeah.
so it's a lot of
The victory line.
Yeah, it's a lot of goalpost shifting of going, well, this was good enough before, but it's not good enough now.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of power exchange of going,
Yes.
whoever is in the place of holding the power, the superiority at that point is then the one that gets to withdraw things.
Yeah.
So in one relationship that I had in the past, there was this very strong experience of him going, the only reason we can't be together is because you don't want to be with me. You hold all the power. And I'm like, okay, the only reason anyone doesn't do anything for the most part is because they don't want to. Like, I know there's some sort of executive dysfunction options and I want to and I'm still not doing it kind of thing. But for the most part, when you don't want to, if you don't want to do something, you're not generally going to do it. And if you're not doing something, you don't want to do it for the most part.
Yeah.
And so him going, the only barrier to us being in a relationship is you not wanting me. And I'm like, yes, that is the literal description of why anyone's not in a relationship with each other, because they don't want to be for the most part. And he then used it against me, or in directed at me of going, that means you hold all the power because I want this and you don't.
Yeah.
And that was a relationship where there was a lot of that conditional exchange of affection. And it just, even at the end of it, it was still a lot of him going, but now that you have the power, I can't set the conditions and you're not giving me conditions to meet because you just don't want me.
Yeah.
And I need conditions to meet because that's how I expect things to work.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going, anyway, so I don't like this idea of I'll let you off for good behavior, because it suggests if he ever doesn't have good behavior, it's then unforgivable.
Yeah. I understand where they're trying to go for the cute dynamic, but it just, I don't like their relationship. I really don't. It bothers me. They have too much basically aggressive language between them, particularly from Lily. It's really nasty, and when Luke gets in on it too, you're kind of like, whoa, like shit, man. But also, she treats him like crap, so sometimes I'm like, that's completely justified. She slams on him so much.
Yeah, which he tolerates a whole lot, and then once in a while he'll point something out and she'll melt. So he will just take it and take it and take it and stand up to it, or let it run off him. And if he does even one thing towards her, she's immediately, I am crushed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you've got to pay attention to what you're actually doing, dear. And again, for that to happen, you either need someone to communicate about it, point it out to you so you can be educated and aware of what it is, or essentially have therapy and support of going, these are the kinds of behaviors that are, one, good boundary setting, that are treating other people with, dignity and equity.
Digwitty. I love Digwitty. I'm my friend. Do you have some Digwitty for me?
It's equity and dignity. And so I'm just like, dignity.
That's fine. I'm basically an angel.
Are you? Yeah. Don't get a big handsome head about it.
We're flirting, just so you know.
That is flirting. I don't even know what that line was supposed to be sound like without like having someone coach me.
Yeah. Don't get a big handsome head about it.
Okay, sure.
Like playful, it's like squishy, whatever.
All right, benches.
Yay, finally benches.
Replace tea garden benches. And
Thank
I will
God.
say that again, the parallel, even if I've complained a lot about Karen's character in the past, or how her and her dad are portrayed together and the ambiguity of timelines and stuff,
Right.
I really did enjoy how there was some literary parallel here between his interaction with the tea garden and her interaction with the hibiscus tree,
Right.
and some of the language stuff. Like, I like that suddenly there's a parallel and a literary parallel between those two characters. So of the things that I have liked, they're just like, dog is dead. Did you see dog's tongue just bleh?
Bleh.
That was amazing.
Yeah,
There it
dog
is.
is just having the most fun down here inside.
It's toasty and it's so good. Anyway, so I liked that piece.
Yes. I like it, but I don't know whether or not they actually have even thought about it that far, other than going, now it seems like a good time to throw in some romance.
And
so
that's
you're like,
possible. And again, they could have been done sort of on accident, where sometimes people's dialogue feels right without necessarily having overt awareness of why. Like, and you can totally feel a character would do fill in the blank without knowing why you feel that way. And your mind implicitly has the formula figured out. This is why it fits, but you wouldn't be able to explain it to people, which is why it's really good to communicate, practice that communication, and get better at those things. So then you can always do it on purpose when you want to, because you know what it is.
Yes.
Is your butt prepared for some luxury?
Aha!
Stares at him suggestively about his ass. Him. Whoa.
I had no idea you were into butts.
Because I am about to whip up some truly deluxe benches. Without your help and for your ass only. Oh my God, not for your eyes, only for your ass
Yes,
only.
only. You're like, I said it, and then I didn't realize the
I had
genius
said it,
with
was
which
so
I had said it.
It's this movie for your ass only. Oh my God. Or it's somebody that's just basically garden decor, primarily focusing on benches for your ass only.
for your ass only.
It's just a chair store.
That would be great. Prove it. My butt says, seeing is believing. That's actually a great comeback.
That's hilarious, but also just like, so do you have eyes on your ass?
They say you have eyes in the back of your head.
I guess you just have them in the back of your butt.
I'll have them in the back of my head.
Oh, God. You've got hindsight now.
Oh, my God.
Okay, that's so
Okay,
good.
that was good exchange. Good
My butt
exchange.
says seeing is believing. Oh, you get hindsight then. Okay, that was finally, Lily, good job. You picked up your game.
But
I
also,
love
like,
this.
without being mean to him. You don't have to be mean to him to crack
Again,
jokes.
this is cute. Like, this one section, again, in a void,
Yep.
is very cute.
Yes.
This is very charming, and if they had been exchanging this way without so many negative jabs and judgment from Lily's part, and especially without her digging on him and calling him a lot of unflattering things, this would be very cute. I could ship that. Like,
Yep.
I could ship, and you have hindsight.
And
him being like,
dying laughing.
Like, that's so good. Like, again, it doesn't have to be that kind of, like, negative back and forth dramatic. It can just be positive the whole way, and it can be super
absolutely.
cool. Him, I will watch you make benches. Prepare to watch me make some amazing benches.
Bitches.
Bitches. Some benches.
Benches.
We're gonna make some benches,
Benches.
down in here. That
All
one
right,
matches.
those are the
for
originals.
Sure.
Those aren't bad.
They're not bad. Oh
I
my
would
God.
not pick
They're
those.
turtles, and they don't match.
Oh, God.
All right, and
I mean, I like that because of the back support.
I do, because the back support is nice. I feel like
I don't.
none of these are going to accommodate tea very well, which would need a tea table
I know.
and like chairs at the table. So I'm kind of for these ones because you can also
It matches better.
lay out on them.
Yeah.
So like I get your back support thing, but like imagine if you had a bunch of vines and flowers growing up on the pergola, right? So you had this really cool like speckled sunlight experience.
I know.
And you're sitting down on one of those benches and then you just lay out and there's no armrest in the way or anything. And you just rest there like dog is just enjoying the middle.
That could be really
very,
good.
very charming.
No. I think both of them are good and they have their own merits, so
Yeah,
that works
so we'll
fine.
do that.
I'm not torn going, oh no, I really wanted that one. I thought they were both pretty
Also,
good.
I'm just going, okay, Lily, he just watched you do some impressive and fast stonework. I would be amazed if he didn't say anything based on the fact that he does sculpture. What?
Read the line. Just
Oh.
read the line real fast.
There! What's your butt say? Oh my
Ding, 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 ding.
What does the butt say? If you don't know what
I
does
was
the
waiting
fox
to
say, replace fox with butt.
butt.
What does the butt say?
Anyway, I'm fine.
Hi.
I'm so
There.
fine.
What does your butt say? This is cute.
It was unprepared for this level of luxury.
I don't usually put it in nice pants or underpants because that's totally how they would write me. So the bench is prime luxury.
Yeah, it's nice and cool and right for my booty.
Booty prime.
Booty pram.
I tried to tell you.
Tried to warn you.
Luxurious butt accommodations are my specialty.
Yes.
It's asserific. It's butt-tastic. It's keister-mazing.
Yeah.
It's, oh, what is it, like splendid-tushy. I can
so
do
good.
this all day.
Oh my God.
Boink.
Oh, you sit right next to him. That'll teach me not to trust you.
Because I do what I say. You betcha. I'm very trustworthy, especially when it comes to butts. I handle butts with care. I have a great
And
respect
pride.
for butts. Butts are extremely important to our culture. In fact, humans are some of the very few animals with a butt as we define it. Just so
Actually,
you know.
Yeah, the structure of a human butt is actually a little bizarre compared to the rest of the animal kingdom. They don't really have butts much. Not
Uh-huh.
even like gorillas or monkeys really have butts.
No, primates do not have butts the way we do.
Nope, not at all. And it's really strange, but we have magnificent booties, so if you like them, yank them out and shake them.
My booty brings all the boys to the yard and they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours.
I could teach you, but I'd have to charge.
Booty, 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 booty,
Booty, booty, booty, booty.
Especially when it comes to butts. But are you really?
Are you sure? I'm gonna go check out that tower. Bet Karen would love it.
I probably, and since she thinks her playset is too small, even
So
though a
weird.
thing, maybe she'd like a bigger one, because, you know, the only thing that's not as good, that, you know, when your child's disappointed by a small playhouse, what they need is a bigger playhouse.
Right?
Honestly, there is some merit to that, though I have to say I was one of those kids that tried to play in playhouses way beyond my size limit.
Oh yeah.
Kind of think of going, but there's a playhouse! And sometimes I still see those tiny little plastic ones built for toddlers, and I go, I can go in there. And I get down and do that little, like, squatty walk where, you know, your butt's almost on the ground and you're just tripping along on your feet. And just your knees are up by your chin, and you go, no. And you're inside there, and you fill up almost the entire thing, and you're like, my people.
I have done that before. It's so much fun. But
And you
it's
sit
also
there,
just like,
and if it's got one of those tiny little, like windows, that's basically like your drive-up window.
Oh, right.
And then you just, like, take orders for little kids coming by, and it's super fun. And they you know, and they walk up in the playground, and they go, oh, God, adults. And you're like, can I get you something? And they're like, oh, I know how to use a drive-thru.
You're like, oh, I get this.
I know how to customer service. It's great.
Uh-huh.
All right, check it on the tower. I don't recall her loving the last tower you got her.
Right. Got me there. Still gonna take a peek. I still am mad about that. I don't care.
too.
I don't, like, I'm not saying Karen can't have her own interests and her own, you know, whatever the fuck, but I still don't fucking get that
Again.
at all. But I don't have any connection to the character.
Again, I don't feel like I feel like somebody in their mind went, playsets are for little tiny kids. And I'm like, yeah, but he didn't build a little tiny kid playset.
No, he didn't.
He built a great big kid playset that both of them could use.
That actually the adults could fucking use too.
And
Those are
so-
large.
Yeah, that is a large thing. Based on the size of the houses that you assume everyone lives in, that is a large structure.
Yes.
So, my dudes, like, it is not that it's too small for her. You're assuming it's too young for her, and I disagree with that assumption.
I know, especially when there are actually lots of adults who go, I would love to be on that. Oh my fucking god.
Me, kid, does the loop-de-loo work? That's all I care about. If the loop-de-loo works, I am on board.
I am in.
I will do that for novelty's sake like 100 times until I am so dizzy I go, and then I will need to lie down for a while, but the loop-de-loo works.
Loop-de-loo.
All right, this is such a romantic little spot. You're gonna need a white tea table in the middle with those little ridiculous white garden chairs. Like, if you can set everything else up and have it be perfect and spotless forever, you need a tea service here and a tea table. So bad.
The one thing actually that I forgot to mention of him going off about the brewski and her going off about the mojito, I went, well, he's going to be nursing a drink for like 3 hours, and she's going to be nursing her drink for about 1, and then she'll be way more drunk than him.
She'll be like, I drank 4 mojitos, and him, I'm starting my second beer. Her, I'm gonna fall over drunk. Fog. I'm also like, 3 glasses of wine. You either hung out with Blaine almost all of the night, or you got yourself pretty drunk. Because that was pretty fast, and again, no food, no dinner. That was the end of your day, where canonically you do go do dinner and stuff like that, and food happens at the end of the day because you've done it several times, so the canon has established it.
Yep.
And Blaine had no food, and you drank wine after a hot day with probably some dehydration and no food. 3 glasses.
I am genuinely still annoyed about that.
All right.
For sure.
Seems like it's been forever since me and Luke had some time to ourselves, too. Since you haven't actually ever tried to just hang out with him, that would be accurate. And I'm just going to dig on her here and go, look, if you like someone and you want to hang out with them, try to ask them to just hang out with you. She's acting like it just has to mystically happen. Like, and it's very much that thing of if it doesn't just organically happen, it's not valuable or amazing or perfect or whatever it is. Going, you could literally just walk over to his house, knock on the door and go, hey, I don't really need help in the garden today, but I love your company specifically.
Yeah.
I made lemonade and I'm going to be pulling weeds. You want to come over? Like,
Yeah.
It's not hard. You just ask. And the worst he can say is no. And maybe he would, but like, we got time together. Go ask him for time if you want it. I wish times like this could last forever. I guess.
I suppose.
I
Forever going through gardens, cleaning them out.
Yep, the rest of existence is just building the garden.
Sounds exhausting.
Oh, I know. We could have some tea. Just like Downton Abbey. We name dropped.
Oh god, we name dropped like classism and imperialism the show.
It
Like,
is.
wow.
Actually, all right.
Whoa.
Hey, I'm gonna go get us some tea. Don't get the hibiscus tea, or you're being a jerk to Karen.
You will be.
Unless
and we
you're
will
gonna-
both judge you.
Unless you make a thermos to send home with him for Karen, and then you will be amazing.
Uh-huh.
Going, 1, I made the hibiscus tea. 2, your kid will know what this is. 3, it's from hibiscus here in my tea garden here. 4, here's a thermos for your child that I promised, of tea I promised her she could have, and that she never got to have. So can we now enjoy this and you take that back to her? That would be some solid experience by my estimation.
It would also be some good follow-up, too.
It'd be really good follow-up, and it'd be also really great suggesting that Lily cares about Karen outside of trying to impress Luke. Or you could even use it in that same line of trying to impress Luke by connecting to his kid.
Yeah.
Like, it could still be a sort of scheme, if you will, of even if it's meant to be a genuine, wholehearted scheme, if you will.
Yeah.
Of going, I will impress you by being connected to your kid.
Yeah.
Like, that would be good follow-up. It really would.
All right, lots of sugar for yours truly.
What? Oh, I was talking to you when I said some tea. Was I also talking to you when I said I wish moments like this could last forever? Oh my God! I didn't realize we were talking to him with that bit.
Were we talking?
Because what is he talking about with sugar if we didn't offer him the tea?
No, I know that, but like I think the previous lines weren't, and then this is.
And then suddenly we were. Like, so
and
standing
suddenly-
over here, he couldn't hear us, but standing here,
Oh.
3 feet further, we can.
Oh.
You'll get some sugar, all right. My dear, you haven't communicated about any of this stuff, and you seem real sensitive to miscommunications. So I don't feel this is going to a good place. But we can find out about the tea in the next one.
Thank you very much, guys, for joining us. Sorry, I'm a little bit like.
Sugar.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah. I guess you go get you some, girl. I don't even fucking know. Well. Thank you for joining us, guys. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And please also feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi or Patreon. We got some links in the description down below. And then also, if you'd actually like to support us a little bit further, please also feel free to share our videos. It actually will help us out quite a lot. But again, no pressure. Nobody has to do it. And I definitely wouldn't want to stress anybody out.
No.
It's just basically a way to maybe share something with somebody else, get somebody else here that will be able to give us some new commentary or something that you could share with somebody that you know.
Yep.
Other than that, I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies. And it was great playing with you. Bye!